5, 4, 3, 2, Alan.
Hey everybody, we're about to start the show, and this is where I want you to hit the share button. Let's see here, we've got 1 minute till showtime. My guys are setting up the stage right now, the studio. This is where you go ahead and hit the share button, because we got 50 seconds to showtime. I'll count us in. 46, 45, 44, 43. Help me. Thank you, Marcus Stamos. Mic check, very good. 39, 30. I need residual checks. 36. Thank you. 34, 33. Give me the air horn. Thank you. 30. Thank you. I always need my drink. 28. 25 seconds. Yes, thank you. Troll Patrol. I need the laptop. There we go. Perfect. 20, 19. Yes, don't forget to hit the share button. This is my share wig. Thank you for that. Thank you, Elliot. We got 12 seconds. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. New shirt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Live from Hickory. It's country-ish. Alan!
Just a country boy, and he's making it good. He was Shaw's underdog, dressed in overalls, living next to the wood. He liked to eat the sushi, but he don't even fish. Not so much a country boy, it's more like he's country-ish. Moved out of Hickory and headed for Southern Cal. Wound up in TV and film, making popsicle proud. Now this country boy is back with his family. Got himself a podcast, he knows it'll last, cause he's in Hickory.
That is right. I am from Hickory. Applause button anytime now. Yay! What up, bumpkins? It's Tuesday, April the 26th, and we have a trailer trashy, big crappy, nasty show for you today. I'm giving more money away. Look at this. I got more residual checks for y'all. Call in later if you want a chance to win one. Larry the Cable Guy is going to check back in with us. And 2 of my comedian friends from Los Angeles, Vicky Barbalak and Sean Polofsky, from a new podcast called Park Diaries. They're going to be zooming in. In Best Trends, we got Elon Musk buying Twitter. Mike Tyson beating up a loser on a plane. And in small town news, a woman had to be rescued after falling into an outhouse toilet trying to retrieve her phone. It's a real shit show tonight. Kind of like the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. That's right. And I got my co-host, Mark Hunt, sitting right here. How you doing, buddy?
Jonathan Reep.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. What's your, I was going to say Jonathan and then your middle name, Reep. But
David.
After your daddy.
Yep.
Jonathan
David Reep.
Jonathan David Reep. Good to see you.
Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you.
We're live, everybody. We got 2 interns sitting over here. I got Elliot, the intern, and intern Sergeant Mark. Have a ball. One of them's checking your Facebook comments. One of them's checking your YouTube comments. Leave us a comment, and we'll try and read it on the show. In fact, I'll ask you a question. Have you ever dropped your phone in the toilet? Let me know in the comments section. One of these guys, if it's funny or interesting, and we'll read it on the show, give you a old shout out. And to prove that I do that, I'm going to read comments from last week, in case I don't get to yours today. I read ones from last week. Have you ever given, the question was, have you ever given an inappropriate gift to someone? Some of you answered it, some of you didn't. Eddie Weber said, by the way, so he didn't answer that question, but he said, by the way, I'm not, there we go. Jeff Back. What does it mean when there's 2 dots over the A? Is it bake? Have a ball. You know some German stuff. Is this a German thing here? Why do we have 2 dots over the A, and how do you do that?
If memory serves me correct, I think it's called an umlaut. But
umlaut?
Yeah, but I can't remember exactly how that transpires as far as how it breaks down.
I'm just going to say Jeff Back. He says, once have a friend. I'm going to read it like he wrote it. Now, this is what, and maybe there's some, lost in translation here, but I'm going to read the words that he wrote. Once have a friend a flashlight for a present. Was a very, very weird experience. Haha. Didn't really get the response near expectations. Yes.
Yeah, he's not from around here.
No, but it's funny. Yeah, he gave a flashlight to someone. Probably, maybe you gotta do that in the right setting. You can't be doing that like at a church function. Those are gifts for But I wish you had that recorded. I'd like to see his response. And thanks for the comment, Jeff. All right, what's the other one? Ravencroft. She said, I got stuck in a Jon Reep's nightmare once. I got out by waking up. Hee 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 hee. JK. Listen here, Ravencroft. If I was in your dream, it wasn't a damn nightmare. It's a damn fantasy, and you're welcome. I love you, Jody. Next one. Eddie Weber, he says, by the way, I'm not sure if I had mentioned it yet, but we have actually stopped doing repossessions after a conversation had brought up somewhat in part of learning about Sue the Collector.
I remember that.
Yeah, so sorry if that ruined the business, Eddie, but I don't want you getting sued by one of our sponsors, Sue the Collector.
Well, I believe shots were fired is why they quit. They quit
that's
repoing
right.
Because I think the guy he worked with got shot.
That's right.
So they said, enough of that. We're just
Yeah.
going to stick to hauling cars.
Yeah, that's probably safer, Eddie. Well, thanks for the comment, everybody. Listen, if you want to help the podcast, because we're not just live on Facebook and YouTube. We're a regular old podcast for your ear holes. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, iHeart, Radio, Stitcher, Podbean, you name it, we're on it. And we have, if you want to help us and you have no money, what you could do is write us a nice review on Apple Podcast and give us 5 stars, and we'll read it on the show. Give you a shout out, give you old toot of the air horn. So, Elliot,
Yes, sir.
do we have a new Apple Podcast review?
Actually, we do, and this is from Mango Slot. And they
What?
say Mango Slot.
Slot. Interesting.
Absolutely a great show. Came across this podcast accidentally during an extended stay in the hospital. It made me laugh out loud, brought brightness to my time there, and helped me get beyond what was going on, and have been watching ever since. Thank you, guys. Absolutely love the show. You bring light and laughs to this dark time.
Oh,
And that's exactly why we do it.
wow. That's nice. Very sentimental, deep. Thank you. Give me the old toot of the air horn. Thank you, Mango Slot. There you go. All righty. What else? Well, this would be that time where I would beg you to hit the share button. That's one way we grow. You can write nice reviews, give us 5 stars. You can hit the share button. And, at the top of the show, the intro, it's all about, the countdown. I'm trying to get you to share. So I'm reminding you right now, hit the share button. Sometimes, if you're new, like this is one of the first times you've watched the podcast, welcome. If you're in Tulsa, hello. This is one of the podcasts I was telling you about. I do a thing called the share stare, but I don't do it anymore unless the people demand it. Last week I said if we get to 500 stars on Facebook, I'd do it. And we didn't get there till the very end of the show. This week, 600. If we make it to 600 stars, I will do the share stare at the end of the show. And basically that's me putting on a stupid share wig, and I look right down the barrel of this camera, and I do the share stare as I'm begging you to share. I sing a share song. It's really dumb, but some people like it. But put your money where your mouth is. Hit them stars. Maybe I'll do it. Let's plug some tour dates, baby. This weekend, I'm going to be in Syracuse, New York at the Funny Bone Comedy Club. Come see me there. April 29th and 30th, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. Then the next stop, May the 6th and 7th, Toledo, Ohio at the Perrysburg Funny Bone. Come see me there. Then after that, May 20th, Sharpsburg, Kentucky at the Barnyard with Larry the Cable Guy. Come see both of us. He'll be on the show here in a little bit. So, all right, Mr. Marcus, how are you?
I'm okay.
How was your weekend?
It was fine. I had plans to go to the Hickory. So every year Hickory has a hops festival where you can go try all these different beers and you pay
Right.
$50 and Planned on going to that.
Hickory Hops.
Hickory Hops. Didn't go in. Didn't make it inside. Sit outside.
Why not? Why didn't you go in?
I just didn't want to. I decided I didn't want to pay the $50.
$50.
So I sat outside of a bar there and had their beer.
And you watched.
And probably still spent $50.
You think? Yeah.
Probably.
Interesting.
Did that. Went on a little hike Sunday. We've got a local mountain here called
Baker's
Mountain.
Yeah, it's looking beautiful right now.
It is pretty. You can hike to the top of that. You can look down on the town of Hickory if you look just right and the weather's good.
It is technically a mountain. Like it is, like whatever the height requirement to be a mountain and not like a hill or foothill.
It's a mountain.
It's just barely a mountain. It's the smallest mountain, I think.
Yeah, it's.
But hey, it's ours and we love it.
It's
right?
the highest peak this side of the Catawba River, something.
I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Had a good time at the Tulsa Comedy Club. So if you were there this weekend and you saw me, thank you. This is what I was talking about. A couple things. You know, I'm doing no Drinko to Cinco.
Yeah.
Haven't had one drop of alcohol since April 2nd or 3rd, whenever that playoff, that championship basketball game
You have
was.
cleaned out.
Cleaned out. But I was this close.
You were
this
tempted.
weekend. Oh, more
The
than
devil was waving.
Well, this venue, it's new, and they basically took an old movie theater that had different theaters in it, like a big 6-theater type place, and just revamped it into one. One of them's a comedy club, one's a big dance place.
Oh, wow.
One is like just a smoking lounge. So it was a lot of party people coming in and out. having
Everybody
a good
drinking.
Time. The owner was like, anywhere you want to go in this town, I got you, blah, blah, blah. When's your flight leave? We're going to have a good time. And then someone handed me a drink, and I'm holding in my hand my favorite, like, sugar-free Red Bull vodka drink.
And you
with
never
a
sipped
straw.
it. You never
Nope.
sipped it.
I had it right here. I even text Jody. I said, I think I'm out.
Yeah.
I think
Tapping out.
I think I'm tapping out this weekend. She's like, okay, well, whatever makes you, she's supportive. But I had it in my hand, and it was like right here a couple times, and I'm like, well, maybe after this show I'll get back to it. And I put the drink down, did first show, came back, picked it back up. Same drink. The ice had already melted, but I just picked it back up, holding it in my hand. I put it down my merch table, sold some stuff, and I picked it back up, walked around with it some more, and I finally was like, and I resisted. But I was this close, man.
Being a poser.
Yeah.
So you're acting like you were drinking, having a good time, but never drank.
I think I was just had it in my hand like, I'm going to do it, and I just didn't get around to it.
Oh,
So I was lucky.
just busy. You got too busy to drink.
Anyway, I'm still dry as a bone. No Drinko to Cinco de Mayo. If you want to do that little journey with me, it's real simple. Just don't drink till May the 5th. I figure once a year for 1 month, I'm just going to do this. I think it's a good thing. When you turn 50, it's a good thing for your body. So thank you, Tulsa. Also, this weekend, I'm going to be in Syracuse, but there is an event going on in Hickory, and my boys will be here. I'm talking the Country-ish Squad will be going to the Hickory Expo. It's called the Carolinas Cannabis Conference and Expo. We're going to have a booth. You can come by, and our sponsors, our good friends at Alpine's Hemp Company, will be there, along with everybody else who loves CBD and hemp, and they're trying to raise awareness for the industry and all this stuff. It's going to be fun. Lots of stuff to do. Go to carolinascannabisbusiness.com for all the details. We're going to have a booth there. So if you want to meet the squad, the Country-ish Squad, and maybe get a hat or a T-shirt, I'll have my hot sauce there. We'll have koozies, all kinds of good stuff. Come by and say hey to Elliot or Mark Ball, or maybe Mark, or I think Sean, and maybe Isaiah might come. So
And we will not be giving out cannabis.
no, we're not doing anything with cannabis. We're just there supporting Hickory and our friends at Alpine's Hemp.
But if you want to bring some by the booth, feel more than welcome.
Also, if you want to be a part of Country-ish After Dark, once a month we do a show just for our Patreon supporters. You go to countryish.com, click on support, join at the $5 level, and that will get you into the next Country-ish Raw After Dark, whatever. That's May the 17th at 9:30. It's a Tuesday night, and we talk one-on-one with the Patreons. We're gonna pick like 3 people, I think, at random, have them zoom into the show, really get into it, and I will be drinking. then, because that's May. We'll have a good time. We'll have some edibles. It would get loose. Also, we're going cruising again. November 5 through 11, 2023. The newest ship is called Wonder of the Seas. That's selling out of Port Canaveral, November the 5th. And it's 7 days this time. We're going to Coco Cay, Cozumel, Mexico, Roatan, Honduras, Costa Maya, Mexico. But it ain't just me. It's two other good comedians, John Heffern and Reno Collier. We're going to Mexico. We're calling the Sea Amigos. Go to JonReep.com, click on cruise for that info, and get yourself a cabin. Let's get on to the first segment. We got a full show. I got residual checks. We got people zooming in, and we got a crazy small town news story. But let's get to the first segment right here. What I do is I go to Twitter, you see. I click on your hashtag. I find what it is people are talking about, and then I weigh in on that topic. Yeah, it's how you know we're current. We're in the know. We're with the Joneses. It's a segment called Ooh, It's the Best Trends. Here's what you're talking about. Brought to you by Hendrick Honda Hickory. Are you in the market for a new vehicle? How about a used vehicle? Check out Hendrick Honda Hickory. Get yourself a vehicle. Go get a hot dog, too. Tell them Jon Reep sent you. Here we go. Hashtag Elon Musk buys Twitter for $44 billion. Wowzers. What do y'all think of that? People are like loving it. Some people are hating it. It's very political. There's people on the left are like, blasphemy. He's going to ruin it. People on the right, free speech is back. Very decisive right now. When last I checked, I don't know what's going on with the algorithm, but I just gained like 1,000 followers, like that. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, follow me on Twitter, everybody. Let's have fun with this. What are your thoughts, Marcus?
I've never even really messed with Twitter.
I know that.
But I mean, the man can buy anything he wants, obviously.
He's the richest man on the
planet. He owns space too, right? Don't he own space?
He owns outer space.
Yep. He owns.
Yeah. Well, him and the other guy from Amazon, they share it.
Oh, they share space.
Bezos.
Yeah, they share it. But yeah, they co-own outer space.
So maybe he'll go
after electric cars.
Yeah, maybe he'll go after Facebook next.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to happen because Twitter kicked off a lot of Trump people. Kicked off Trump.
Yeah.
Kicked off Tucker Carlson. And then just recently I saw, because I follow all this stuff, I'm in the know.
He's back.
He said, I'm back.
Yeah.
So that happened immediately, which I find hilarious. So it's going to be fun to watch. I'd like to know what your thoughts are on this. And Alan Jackson, I would actually like to know your thoughts on this as well.
My thoughts on
Elon Musk buying Twitter. Is this good? Is it bad? Is it neither?
I think it's. I mean, I don't think anything's going to change. You know, my question is, I'm just still curious how he's going to make money from it because Twitter hasn't really been making money to begin with.
Yeah.
And now he's putting $44 billion into it. That's a lot of money to have to make up. So.
Yep, it is. The stock did go up a little bit, I think.
Okay. All right. So maybe it was a pretty good deal. I don't know.
I mean, who knows in the long run what's going to happen.
It's out of my price range, so I hadn't really thought about it much. So.
Yeah. There were a lot of people giving him shit because they're like, well, for $44 billion, you could have ended world hunger, but instead you bought a failing.
Yeah. But I mean, he made his money. He made it. It's his money he made.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
He can kind of spend it how he wants to. If he wants to buy Twitter, let him buy Twitter.
Yeah. I tweeted out like, for 99.99% of you on Twitter, this is neither a victory or a loss. Your life will not change one bit.
Right. Nope. Yep.
That's how I feel. But it'll be fun to watch. Stay tuned for that. Also, hashtag Mike Tyson on a plane. Did you see this, Marcus?
I saw it. A man can't take so much shit. I mean, after a while.
I watched this video and I'm like, go Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I've wanted to beat the crap out of that guy. I've wanted to do that to many people.
Yeah, I'm sure you probably get a little bit of that.
Not to his degree.
No.
Not like that, but guy was, I'll read, in case you don't know what happened. The incident all went down around 10:30 p.m. Mike Tyson was slated to fly out of San Francisco to Florida. A witness on the plane says he and his friend were boarding Tyson's flight. The boxing legend was initially cool with them and the other passengers. And the witness tells everybody that Mike took a selfie with him, and then he was patient with this overly excited buddy who kept trying to talk to the 55-year-old fighter as he sat behind him. Eventually, though, we were told Tyson had enough of this guy behind him talking in his ear and told the dude to chill out. When the guy didn't, well, that's when Tyson started to throw several punches in the man's face. Let's watch this video. I kind of love this. This is from TMZ Sports.
This is George talking to Mike Tyson, bro. This shit crazy, bro. Mike
They're in first
Tyson.
class. This is JetBlue. He's right in his
man. He
ear.
over here rapping with Tyson.
Tyson's
Mike Tyson
already
trying to give us some
taking a
shrooms.
picture. I heard the guy threw water at him,
You
too.
don't know how to act. Tyson looking
And this
out,
guy's
man.
not
This shit
shutting up.
crazy
I
as
heard he
fuck.
was drunk, too.
Never gave you.
Yeah.
And this is after. Oh, no, maybe not. This is after.
Mid-flight.
His head.
Look at his.
Got beat up by Mike Tyson. Turn that way. Yeah, he got fucked up.
I mean, it's pretty.
great.
Asked for
That
autographs,
face he's
man. I don't
making
know
is
what
pretty funny, but
Yeah.
apparently this guy has been in trouble before. He's been arrested.
Trying to be funny,
Other
trying to
stuff.
show off, and then that's what you get.
I mean, you don't go into a bear cave and start poking a bear. This is Mike Tyson. What did you think would happen?
He's lucky he got out of there with his ear.
100%.
Oh, thank you.
There we go. See, Mark
I got
out
it.
on the ball. Well, I'm on the side of Mike Tyson. Now, it's never, because some people are going to say, "Well, John, you were against hitting when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Why are you for hitting now?" This is two way different things, and you should know that. That's a dumb question. How dare you? All right, let's. Let's move on. We got some irrational national holidays. I love these because they're so stupid sometimes.
Very.
It's National Kids and Pets Day. It's National Autobahn Day. Have you been on the Autobahn ball in Germany?
I've been on the Autobahn, but Autobahn is a totally separate thing.
Oh, I'm not reading that right? Wait, so what is that? I swear I'm not joking right now. I
the
thought that was
birds.
Autobahn from Germany.
No,
Click
it's
on
not.
that. What is that?
Give me 1 second.
Okay, well,
It says honors the birth of John James Audubon, and it says Audubon was a French-American ornithologist. So he was the guy that studied birds. And
Okay, has
I
nothing to
was
do with
way
the road.
but
Somebody did
I'm
the
so
research.
happy I did not look it up first.
Yeah.
Because look at this funny moment we had.
Right. Good job.
but I do like the Audubon better.
Yeah. I would
That'll be a
love-
different day.
I might be going to Germany because my fiance Jody got she's going to Germany for some training, and I'm gonna go with some of the trip, and should be interesting. I'd like to get on the Autobahn and have some German beer. Good times. It's National Help a Horse Day, National Richter Scale Day, National Dissertation Day, South Dakota Day, whoop-de-doo, and it's National Pretzel Day. Now, here's the thing. I put this up on Twitter earlier today, and I stand by it. Hard, tiny, the pretzels you get on airplanes, that's complete trash. Garbage. No, thank you. I don't need pretzels. All you like is the salt. If I gave you a bag of pretzels that had no salt on it, you'd be like, this is nasty. No, thank you.
It's
It's
flour.
just a breadstick.
It's flour and water.
Yeah. Now, you want to go soft pretzel? Big, soft pretzel right out the oven with some salt and mustard? That's okay. That's mediocre at best. Now, you want to go hot dog in a pretzel? Like from Aunt Annie's or Aunt Annie's, however you want to say it?
Pretzel bun?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
But that's because there's a hot dog in it. Pretzel by itself, dumb.
Pretty tasteless.
Fight me.
No, I can't. You're right. It's nothing there.
Yeah. But a lot of people got mad about that. It's also National Hemi Day. What is
Hemi?
that?
What?
I have no idea what that is.
You would think you would know what a Hemi is.
Is that like hemorrhoid? Preparation H?
Maybe.
Yeah. No, I know.
Is that
what it
Hemi or Hemi?
is. Good question. There's an I at the end of it.
Yeah, it's
You
just
might
saying
say
it the way
Hemi.
it's spelled.
Yeah. Well, so happy National Hemi Day, everybody. I didn't invent a damn thing, but I did put it on the map, didn't I?
You do sure did. Or did it put you on one?
Hello, it did.
Yeah.
100%. All righty. Well, we got a lot of show to get to. You know what I forgot to do? Let me read this real quick. I forgot to put this. It's okay. since we're doing fake national days, and there's tons of them, I'm going to go ahead and say that from now on, moving forward, April 25 and 26 will forever be known as National Jon Reep Days. There's 2 of them. Now, how do you celebrate? Real simple. You can watch Harold and Kumar escape Guantanamo Bay because yesterday was the 14th year anniversary of that release date. And today is National Hemi Day. I have to do with both. National Jon Reep Day. All right, we got a lot of show to do. I'm excited. What's next? We've got, so I'm doing a gig May the 20th in Sharpsburg, Kentucky with the one, the only Larry the Cable Guy. And we had him on the show last week. It's a long interview, and we chopped him up in the 5-minute little chunks. So enjoy this new chunk with me and Larry the Cable Guy talking about his Remain Seated tour and what touring looks like for him now. Enjoy. We'll be right back. I want to ask you something about your comedy tour right now. You're calling it Remain Seated Tour. Where did that come from? Is that because when you walk out, people stand up and start clapping?
No, it stems from back in the day. They used to call me the freight train of comedy because I did one-liners and I'd always fight for stage time. And Colleen at McGar at the Comedy Corner, who ran it, she'd give me every now and then. We were there to open for people. So who's going to open for this guy? Who's going to open? You get Tuesday night. You can open Thursday night. That kind of thing. There was like 5 of us in the stable. There, 4 of us. So if we weren't going to use an opener that night, at the last minute, she would come up and, okay, you got 4 minutes. So I'd run up, boom, 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 boom. And it was just a stupid throwaway after a certain joke. I would say a dumb joke and then I go, thank you, remain seated. Don't get up. That, just that kind of a stupid thing. It'd be like after a joke where it's like, I'm not saying she was big, but her corsage was a personal pan pizza. Please remain seated.
That's funny. I love it. I do a thing now because I just turned 50 and I live with my mom. So I tell people, ladies, I don't want to get you excited, but you're looking at a 50-year-old man who lives with his mother. And I'll say, please do not rush the stage. We have fire codes. Sit down. Yes. So I get what you're saying. Yeah.
That's exactly. So that's what I do in my act back in the day. And so I just brought it back as kind of a pretty cool thing because at the Comedy Corner, anytime a joke after that started, anytime there was a joke, you'd hear somebody in the back go, remain seated. There was another guy, Dave Miller.
Yeah, Kid Dave Miller.
No, it's a different Dave Miller, not Kid Dave.
Oh,
different
really?
Dave.
Okay.
From Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
And he'd get up there and he'd go, yes, I am my sister. He talks like that and he'd go, thank you, sir. Remain seated, please. Remain seated. So we were all doing this remain seated, goofy, stupid stuff because we love that. So that's what it stemmed from. So I just called it Remain Seated.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's great, man. I'm excited to see it. I haven't actually seen you live in person do stand-up. I mean, we've hung out in Nashville, that kind of stuff, but I'm really looking forward to this.
Well, let me tell you, it's fun. I just love making people laugh. I love doing stand-up. I just love the one-liners. I love watching a joke work. My favorite part of stand-up is having your set act, you're going to do, but my favorite part is just creating on stage because I get so into the character. I get so into what I'm doing that I make myself laugh hysterically where I couldn't stop laughing. And then it's awesome because then I can look at the crowd and whenever I do that, I'll look at the crowd and go, oh man, I'm so sorry, folks. I'm hearing a lot of this for the first time myself. And just those, I think a lot of times the throwaways are funnier than the actual jokes.
Oh, yeah.
But I just love it so much. It's fun to do. I will say, I don't do as many dates anymore. I took this date because you're on it. I want to hang out with you. And I like working these kinds of places. They're a lot of fun. But in all seriousness, Johnny, this is an extraordinary year for me because it's a lot of makeup dates from back in the day.
All right, Larry the Cable Guy, everybody. Come see us in Sharpsburg, May the 20th. Hey, let me holler at you a minute. Credit cards, student loans, mortgages, car loans, hospital bills. Did you know you have a lot of rights if any of these ever go to debt collections? That's right. Consumers, not debt collectors, have a huge list of rules that they have to abide by, and that is where the law firm at SueTheCollector.com comes in. SueTheCollector.com is a national consumer law firm that only helps consumers. The lawyers at Sue the Collector have helped literally thousands of people turn the tables on debt collectors and put an end to the illegal harassment, abuse, and repeated phone calls that many people find themselves subjected to through no fault of their own. The lawyers at Sue the Collector can help everyone in all 50 states. They've won millions for consumers over the years and have canceled over $1 billion in consumer-related debts. That's right, $1 billion. Right now, they really want to speak to anyone that's had their car repossessed. Did you know consumers do not have to allow repo men to take their cars against their will? In most cases, you can actually legally refuse to let them take your car. If you've ever been objected to a car repo and they still got your car against your will, you may be sitting on a very valuable case. Call Sue the Collector's office right now at 1-877-BAD-REPO or 1-877-223-7376. Again, that's 1-877-BAD-REPO or 1-877-223-7376. They're open right now to take your call. Again, that is 1-877-BAD-REPO. Elliot.
Yes, sir.
Did you have something to say about this?
Well, Eddie Weber said that he actually learned a lot from Sue the Collector and talked to his boss about it, and he was enthralled, and that's why they stopped doing the repossession.
See, you better get on board, people.
Yes, sir.
Because they're coming for you. All right, let's get on to our next segment. I love when we have people zoom into the show. I love it. You know, we had Larry the Cable Guy. And these two ladies I've known for a very long time. They're Comedy Store regulars, and they started their own podcast together. One of them's name is Vicky Barbalak, and the other one is Sean Polofsky, and they've got a new podcast called the Trailer Park Diaries. Who's zooming? I'll tell you who's zooming. Vicky and Sean.
Take another look and tell me that. When I went into the kitchen for breakfast, I almost fell over. Mom was smoking a cigarette and pouring vodka into her orange juice. Ah! That's what we're doing. That's weird. That is weird. And totally, it's really a coincidence, guys.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, swear to God, you guys, we did
Cheers
not know
to
this.
Mom.
Amazing. There's no beef jerky in their drink, though, I noticed.
I'll drink to that.
And here they are right now. These two wonderful people I've had the pleasure of knowing for a very long time in Los Angeles. Host of the new Trailer Park Diaries, anywhere you get your podcast. Vicky Barbalak and Sean Polofsky, how are you?
Oh,
good to see you, John.
Yeah, John. We're really happy to be here. Thank you for having us.
It's good to see you too, and thanks for doing it. My pleasure. I'd like to start with, how did this whole thing come about for you guys? I've known you guys for a while, funny comedians. I basically, we started around the same time, if you want to say, at the Comedy Store in L.A. It's where I bump into you guys all the time. But how did this start?
Well, I'll let you take that. I just hearing John's accent though, like you're Southern. I'm already starting to, like my Oklahoma. I'm already starting to talk like this just listening to you. So I'll let Vicky speak first so I can gather my.
Yeah. It is contagious.
It is.
Right. She has to channel her inner Jewish voice to stable herself. I'll take it from the trailer park here. So what happened was we it was a pandemic. Something was going on. People weren't going to work. There seemed to be some sickness going around, and things were like slowed down. And so we said, we should do a podcast during this time. And so we called those guys at All Things Comedy. Al Madrigal picked up the phone, and he came up with this concept because I said I'd like it to be about my trailer world because I've lived in a trailer park forever. And he goes, okay, and he had this diary idea. Not diarrhea, diary. Sorry, diary.
Not
idea.
diarrhea.
Diary idea.
Diary.
And so he kind of came up.
I had the diarrhea idea.
You had diarrhea from
Yeah.
Mexico. So anyway, he came. So we sourced some diaries, and we imagined that Shanika moved into my trailer park because she got a divorce, and we imagined what it'd be like if she's living in my trailer park, which is very difficult to imagine since she can't leave Beverly Hills for a second. So, and anyway, we're reading the diary and we're dialoguing, and we've just been having a ball.
Yeah, I mean, Vicky and I, we've been best friends for a very long time since we met, like right before we became regulars at the Comedy Store. And we've always kind of had this dynamic because we come from two different backgrounds, and our comedy stylings are different. And we're kind of just like this modern day ab fab that comes together living in a trailer park. And we find this trunk full of diaries, and every season we read one of the diaries, and then we discuss it and we decide where we think the story is going.
Right. Oh, I absolutely love it. I have some I could contribute. I don't know where the diaries come from. Is that like a real thing that we discovered?
Oh, we actually sourced some, and then we kind of jacked them up. And by the way, Jon Reep, you guys, he introduces the show, which is such an honor. That guy's voice in the very beginning of every episode is none other than Jon Reep.
Yeah. It was so cool to have the element of you introducing us. It brought this authenticity to it. And you did sound like a Sam Elliott. You did.
I was trying to go with Sam Elliott, but like a stuffy-nosed Sam Elliott.
We get a lot of comments like, I hate the podcast, but the intro. Thank you.
So, Vicky, you're actually in your trailer right now?
Right now, you're looking at a double wide delight right here.
Boom.
All over.
Wow, it's beautiful in there. I like the brightness of it all.
And
Jon, don't let her trailer fool you either. Vicky has lived in probably about 5 or 6 trailers in your life.
Shocking, 4. This is my 4th.
4. This one is like the Palm Springs.
Yeah. Top of the hill.
This is the upper scale trailer park. It overlooks like mountains and oceans. It's beautiful. So don't let her success
I'm looking
and
down
fame.
on a lot of people, if you know what I mean right now, but I'm still the same old gal.
You know what? Like, I'd like to get the history of both of you a little bit too. Like, how did you even get into show business? Where did it all start from you?
Well, for me personally, I just, coming from a family, my family was funny, but I always just had a thing for performing. And as a kid, I loved to do impersonations and impressions, and I loved Saturday Night Live. And that was kind of really where I thought my path would head towards. And I just always performed in school plays and comedy, humorous duet competitions. And that's kind of where the performance part of me took over. And then I went off to LA after high school and went to USC and then studied at the School of Theater. So I always was performing as a kid and always performing comedy.
Yeah. Now, how did the stand-up part start? Did you start that at the store or somewhere else?
I took a class. I took Judy Carter's stand-up class, like back in the day when there were dinosaurs roaming. But you can't tell because I've had Botox and a photofacial.
You look great. Sean. You look absolutely beautiful. I'm telling you.
Thank you. Like I told you, Jon, I'm drinking baby's blood, and it's working.
That's the secret. That's what they do in Beverly Hills. Rest of the world, they drink baby's blood.
That's what we do.
We do. We go to
when we go to Whole Foods, you think we're ordering kale, but it's really baby's blood. But I took a stand-up class with Judy Carter kind of right out of college because it was just something I thought I'd try. And then I did it, and I would do it like maybe a couple times a year, and I'd be like, I'm a stand-up, but I really wasn't. And I was still involved in sketch comedy because I was part of Acme Comedy Theater right after college. And so that's, and then when I realized I was always on stage with other people and I needed a kind of a better showcase for myself, something a little more solo, I started doing stand-up more. And then, when you do like open mics and you book like private rooms with other people, and then I showcased at the store, and then the rest is history.
Yeah. Vicky, what about you? How did it start for you?
So I was like almost 40, and I was a fat kid, and I always made jokes for defense. And I worked for my parents' carpet store for 20 years back in the day before Yelp, and you could treat customers how you wanted. But I just was, not really happy selling carpet. Shocking, but I just took this comedy class just as a lark, and I loved it so much. And in a few years, I just told my parents, sell the shop. I don't want it. You retire and take the money. And then I moved into a trailer with my daughters, and that was it. And then Mitzi saw me right after that, or right around that same time. And I think also for me, it was like 99 to 2000, end of 99 or something. Anyway, I just loved it, and I kept doing it. And I come out of San Diego area though, so there was so much more rooms and availability, and I would just go up to the Comedy Store or a few rooms in LA, but it was great to develop here in San Diego.
You've got 5 episodes right now of
5 this week will be
okay.
5's out. There's 12 episodes in this season, and then the next season will start, and it's going to be a real nasty diary,
like a 50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Trailer Park Grey.
Count me in. Well, if you guys need me to do more than just a voiceover, if you need
John.
a good-looking body, if you're going to go to video,
That's what we're talking about. We're going to video, and we do need you. And if you don't mind some leather.
Oh, sure.
John, be careful what you ask for. Be careful.
Sean, you want to hear a funny story that involves me and you?
Yes.
Okay. So not long ago, probably 3-4 years ago, and by the way, I don't want you to feel bad about this because I've done the same thing to many people over the course of my life. We were hanging out at the Comedy Store, and you introduced me to someone. I forgot who it was, but we were just hanging out and we're talking. And you said, "Oh my God, this guy's very funny. This is John Huck." You called me John Huck by accident. Who was he's another comedian with an orange beard.
I called you John Huck. That was just I know who you are.
I know. But what's funny is, I didn't want to embarrass you by calling you out in front of your friend. And I went "Oh, yeah. I just went with it. And then it happened 3 more times.
I'm so sorry.
And because I allowed it the first time, I felt like I can't correct her because we're too far in.
I feel so bad. And that's funny because I saw John Hook the other day, and I introduced him as Jon Reep.
Oh, they were even. It's even. I did the same thing. No, I don't feel bad. I did the same thing. Who was it? It was Chris Porter. And Chris Porter walks up to me, and we're all hanging out. That's at the Comedy Store. I've been drinking a little bit. And Chris Porter walks over, and I looked at him, and I went, "Josh," like that. And he goes, "You just call me Josh?" I go, "Oh, right, Chris," like that. And I felt this big. And I felt like he hated me for like a year. And then we had him on the podcast. He goes, "I don't even remember that."
That's hilarious.
That's so hilarious. Embarrassing when you do that. Usually I've got it together, and I probably was just I didn't even realize.
I looked like John Huck.
Catch myself.
We're both funny dudes with strawberry blonde hair and beards, so I get it. It was hilarious.
I get called. There's people that they come up to me all the time, and they've had, maybe like a 7-minute conversation with me, comics. Mm-hmm. And they either think I'm Sharon Houston or Shema Tosh.
Oh,
and they're like, "That's good talking to you, Sharon." And I'm like, "I'm Sean." And then they're like, "You're not Sharon Houston?" And I'm like, No.
I'm always
and I love her.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? But it's like, but it is weird. Like people don't even know that they aren't talking.
Do
to
you
that
let
person.
it?
At least
see,
I knew you were Jon Reep.
Yes. At some point, how long do you let it go? Right. That's the thing. Vicky, has that ever happened to you, or someone?
I'm always getting Chelsea Handler. Are you Chelsea Handler? Yeah. I can't. I'm sick of it.
Where else can people find you? I know you're all over the interwebs.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Vicky.
I'm in the phone book. I'm in the phone book. Most of the local phone books. I have an ad in most phone books.
You get Wi-Fi out there at the trailer park.
We go and Rancho Calavero Trailer Park. You can find me here most all the time when I'm not on the road and on the internet.
You have a website though, don't you?
Yeah, Vicky Barbalak, and I'm on Twitter and tweet and twat and all that.
Okay. You can find me at the nearest temple, or you can find me at HaHaChick, HaHaChick.com, and at Sean Polofsky on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, wherever the goods are.
Yeah, we gotta do a TikTok dance together or something.
Oh yeah.
Well, good, because I'm so good at dancing. I think that'll be a good idea.
I would love to see it.
I would love to.
We'll get ready for the 50 Shades of Grey Trailer Park Diary edition.
All right. I'm glad you're at the gym because you're going to look good in those chaps.
I look forward to it. Thank you guys so much, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, John Huck. We appreciate it.
Bye, everybody.
All right, Trailer Park Diaries. Check it out. I'm in it, so I love those two. All right. I also do another podcast. Mark knows because he's a big fan. He's wearing the shirt.
Everybody get a look at this.
Hereford and Reep T-shirt. I got that just for you, buddy.
Biggest fan. Let's do this right here.
Well, you can check out Hereford and Reep every Monday night live at 7:30, and we're starting to do this thing where we talk about promo codes. We're obsessed with promo codes. So we have this lady on who she started her own side hustle. She makes bags out of plastic bags and makes them into purses. And anyway, we got to talking to her, and check out this little clip of Hereford and Reep. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Now, we just came across something. Now, if you watch the Heifer and Reap show, you don't see this all the time. You know, when we bring up something like this, it's going to go fast. This week, it's Hooked by Charlene.
Hooked by Charlene.
It's Hooked by Charlene. Now, some of you people I got a handbag, and you wear those handbags, and they're just, you don't even know if you got a real one because there's a lot of handbags that are cheats out there, Jon Reep. They're cheats. They're knockoffs.
A lot of knockoff, fake plastic handbags. This is certified 100% plastic, reusable, recycled. We just had Earth Day. Hello, do you love your planet? You got to love your planet. You're going to get hooked on by Charlene with these bags, baby.
What's up about these bags? You walk into a party, maybe your kid has a soccer game. You don't want to be the mom or dad or whatever pronoun you go by. You don't want to be one there just sitting there with a handbag that nobody talks about. You want to be the person we go, excuse me, your kid played a good game, but one quick question. Where'd you get that bag?
Where'd you get I'll tell you where you got the bag. Hooked by Charlene on Etsy. And if you buy one right now, use the promo code Heifer and Reap and save yourself 10% off any product by Hooked by Charlene right now at Etsy.com. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Oh, Hereford and Reap every Monday night at 7:30. Go to HerefordandReap.com. Check out the whole dang episode. All right, I've got money to give away. So let's move on to the next segment. Don't forget at the end, great small town news story about a lady falling in an outhouse. You're going to want to hear that. But first, I've done some acting in my day. I've been in some movies, sitcoms, commercials, all this, and I get paid for it every now and then in the mail. They're called residual checks. I thought I'd make a game out of it. So what we're going to do, my friend Mark here, how many checks you reckon's in that pile?
I'm going to guess about 10, 11.
10 or 11 different checks here. I don't know how much is in there. Mark's going to pick one at random. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to tell you what it's for, how it's airing. You call in with a guess. There might be a phone number down here. If there is, start a calling it because we're going to take 3 people at random. Closest person to the actual amount, I'll have my intern send you this check in the mail. I'll endorse it, get it to you in the mail. It will be yours. It is a game that we like to call
How Much Is That Screen Actors Now? Residual check.
We did too much of that. Good times. That's one of my favorite things that you do on the show, Marcus.
That's why I make
like
the big
singing
bucks.
with you. Pick one at random, slide it over. I don't know what's going on in here. Let's see what we got. I'm going to open it where you can't see it. And we're going to do some in-house guessing.
Come on, big money.
So he's going to guess, and my interns are going to guess. They're not going to win, but it'll let you know how you should be guessing. It'll gauge your guess on their guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a little clue.
Usually give it away. Pretty close.
Okay. We're getting a run of these. A lot of
Eastbound and Down.
That's right.
Yep. A lot of people love it.
Eastbound and Down on HBO. That's the poster right behind you. I was in the last season. This is chapter 25. It's just for electronic sell-through, whatever that means. Marcus, how much is this check?
$7.74.
Okay, that's not a bad guess.
Not a bad guess, but not close.
You're in the ballpark. Good guess.
Okay.
Let's go to Have a Ball.
I'm going to go with $6.92.
$6.92. We're getting closer. Elliot.
$4.76.
Ooh, $4.76. I'm not sure which one of you is closer because I don't do math.
Yeah.
We'll have to get the algorithm cruncher in there. But anyway, you know the ballpark you should be guessing in. What we're going to do now is open the phone lines. We're going to get 3 of you up in here, get to know you, and someone's going to win this check. You know what I'm saying? So the Alan Jackson, whenever you're ready, you just let somebody on in the showroom here.
All right, they're in.
Hey, Jon Reep here. Who am I talking to?
Roger LaFerrier.
Roger.
And his dogs. How many you got? How many dogs you got, Roger?
I have 4.
Wow. Did you say your name was Roger?
Yes, sir.
All right. Where you calling in from, buddy?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, Nashville, Tennessee. One of my favorite cities in America. Dare I say, it's my favorite. You were there. Did you have a good time?
That's pretty dang fun.
Yeah. What do you do out there, Roger, in Nashville?
I work for Pepsi.
Oh, you work for Pepsi.
Sundrop.
How does that relate to Sundrop, the Alan Jackson? Is that in the same family? I don't know if it is.
I don't think so.
I think that's
believe
a
it's a
Coke.
separate company.
No.
Okay. Well, Pepsi is the pride of the Carolinas. Remember that? That's what it was. Did they say they were born
Born
here?
in the
Born in the
Carolinas?
Carolinas.
Born in the Carolinas. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you do for Pepsi, Roger?
I'm a sales rep.
Okay. Can you get us some free Pepsi?
Yeah. Oh, I can't even get free Pepsi.
Ah,
That's fine.
bummer.
Maybe I'll hook you up with some Sundrop one of these days. You ever have Sundrop?
Yeah.
And it's your favorite. Let's leave it there. No more talking.
Yeah, he wasn't so sure, was
I
he?
know. All right, buddy. So you're calling in from Nashville. Your name is Roger. You got 4 dogs. You work for Pepsi. How'd you hear about this podcast, buddy?
Oh, I'm a supporter.
Oh, yes. Tell me your last name again because it was mumbled and there was dogs barking behind it.
LaFerrier.
LaFerrier.
Oh, yeah. I know who you are now. I never pronounce your name correctly, do I?
No, that's fine. Nobody.
I
really
say it
does.
like Roger. Very good, buddy. All right. How much, Roger, is this Screen Actors Guild residual check?
$3.76.
$3.76. Did I hear a slight Isaiah impression in there? I thought when he said dollars, he was doing his little tip of the cap. $3. Yeah. All right, put him on hold, the Alan Jackson. Not a bad guess, but it's not exactly right. But as always, first guess, he's winning right now because no one else has called in yet. But they're in the room right now. Jon Reep. Who am I talking to?
This is Mike.
Mike. How's it going, buddy? I'm John. How you
Good,
doing?
brother. How are you?
Look at this.
Saw you Friday night in Tulsa. Love the show.
Oh, Mike from Tulsa. So which show were you at? Were you at the show where I had to kick a guy out?
What?
I was at the late show. No one got kicked out on the late one.
Friday night or Saturday night?
Friday night, brother.
Yeah, Saturday night I had to kick a dude out.
You had to kick one out.
Well,
you had to have your people
had
kick
him
one
kicked
out.
out. Yeah.
Good for you.
He wouldn't shut
You're
up.
a day.
Huh? Oh, he's talking to somebody else.
Oh.
Mike, you saw me in Tulsa.
Yes.
Thanks for coming out. You had a good time, right?
Absolute blast.
Dude, thank you. And this was the podcast I was talking about. And now you're here. I talked about this game.
You did talk about us. Good.
Yes. And what do you do, Mike, in Tulsa?
I'm a warehouse manager.
Warehouse manager in Tulsa. His name is Mike. Did you ever see Eastbound and Down on HBO?
Saw Eastbound and Down, yes.
Okay. You know, I was in the last season. I'm wondering, Mike. Oh, I love the name Mike, by the way, because my name is John.
Michael.
And every club needs a Mike and a John.
Microphone,
and
bathroom.
Place to pee. Yeah. That's us, buddy. We got the bases covered. All right, Mike. How much is this Screen Actors Guild residual check?
Let me go with $4.87.
$4.87. Not a bad guess. I think it sounds like he's at work and he's trying to sneak a phone call in.
He's on the night shift.
No, not at work. Not at work.
Okay, it's all good. I don't care. You're safe with me, buddy. All right, the Alan Jackson.
Right.
Thanks, Mike. Put him on hold. We got one more caller, and we're going to find out who's the closest. Someone's going to win my money. I can't wait to find out who it might be. Jon Reep here. Who am I talking to?
David Rottweiler.
David Rottweiler. Wow.
Roop, 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 roop.
I know. We've got a lot of very dog-oriented show because
Wow.
there's dogs barking with Roger. I feel like Mike may have whispered to a dog halfway into it. Remember, he says,
Yeah. I told
and then
you,
now
shut
we
up.
got a guy named Rottweiler.
Rottweiler. So it's spelled just like the dog.
Oh, just like the dog. Last name is different in real life, but I met John in High Point at his show recently.
Yes.
And anyway, it was a great show. Calling in to guess on the residual check.
I love it, sir. Thank you for calling in. I'm hoping you're enjoying this podcast. What do you do for a living, buddy?
I do IT work for a major gene manufacturer,
Blue Gene or like gene therapy?
like Blue Gene.
I don't know if you were doing like, sort of chromosomes, that kind of stuff.
No, not quite that smart, buddy.
What-
Just work on computers. I'm not a scientist.
Well, what kind of blue jeans, man? True Religions, Levi's, Wranglers, all kinds?
We'll go with your third choice.
All kinds. Oh, that's
No,
it.
sir.
Wranglers.
Starts with a W, ends with a R. I don't know what is privy and allowed. I'm a contractor, but it's Wrangler and Lee.
We'll leave it at that. All right, buddy. How much is this residual check?
I'm gonna guess $5.27.
Ooh, $5.
Your eyeballs got big.
$0.27. Well, as always, I don't do math. I have a degree from a state college.
But
I didn't go to Carolina. I went to NC State.
What kind of cool name is
I didn't
Rottweiler?
even go to college.
That's a pretty cool name.
That is a really cool name.
Yeah, Rottweiler's cool. If
Like-
I could change my last name, it would be something badass like
Yeah.
that.
It's like, I don't want to mess with
Rottweiler,
that dude.
Pincher,
Just by the last name, I don't want to mess with him.
Yeah. Do you happen to have a Rottweiler? That'd be interesting.
I do. I have several rescue Rottweilers. Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we have given the check to my intern. He's given it to the Alan Jackson. He's putting it in the mainframe. The algorithm machine is crunching. And they're back. That was fast. Wow. We have the fastest computer right here in Hickory, North Carolina. The Alan Jackson, you have figured out a winner, and whenever you're ready, you can just let him on in the showroom, and we'll talk to him and congratulate him.
All right, well, I'm just going to leave our last contestant in the room because he is
Oh!
our winner.
Mr.
All
Rottweiler.
right.
Wow, look at that. You won, buddy.
All right. Thank y'all.
Your guess was for $5.27. The actual amount
Retail
of
price
the check
is
$5.63. My finger is right next to the amount so everybody at home can see. I'm not making this crap up. And we are going to send this to you in the mail, my friend. But we have one question for you.
What are you going to do with all that cash?
Might buy me a can of snuff.
Hey, that'll get
go.
it. That'll
I
get
like
it.
this Rottweiler guy, man.
What kind of snuff? What kind of dip you did, Rottweiler?
Skull Peach long cut.
I'm a Skull Extra wintergreen long cut guy.
No, you guys have
Nice.
not
I
worked
used
up.
to dip the original.
Yeah. I'm not into the flavors too much. But,
You ever dabble in Hawking?
that's candy.
Oh yeah, I've been chewing tobacco off and on since I was 3 years old. So yes,
Yeah.
He said-
I have dabbled with Hawking.
He said 3 years old.
I know. What about Gold River?
I remember that one too.
I've had that little sweet.
Yep. Gold River was the one I started on as a kid. Mom thought it was candy too.
Last one, Longhorn for your budgeting needs.
Yes,
Longhorn.
You got to have some Longhorn in the mix. Oh, yeah.
But see, he has not worked up to our friend Kent level where it's fine cut.
Fine cut.
Copenhagen,
yeah.
fine cut. No, I can't. I just don't like it. That
messy.
Rough flavor. I got to have a little bit of a something.
It's too messy. It gets all up in your teeth.
And then
but
you can't
anyway,
smile at nobody.
Congratulations, Mr. Wattweiler. What you need to do now is go to countryish.com, click on the contact section, send an email to us through the website, give us your address, the amount of the check, and we will send it to you in the mail ASAP. Okay, buddy?
Sounds good. Thank y'all very much. Y'all have a great
All
night.
right, thank you, Mr. Rottweiler, and everybody for playing the Screen Actors Guild residual check game. Remember, if you want to keep the game going, if you want to make sure that I'm always going to have checks to give out to you guys, stream anything I'm in, baby. I would start with Into the Storm. That's a big movie. The poster's behind me. Into the Storm. You know, it's storm season right now. April showers bring
tornado
flowers.
weather.
It's tornado time.
Season, yeah.
Get into it. Watch Into the Storm. Watch Rodney sitcom. Watch Eastbound and Down. Harold and Kumar escape Guantanamo Bay. Anything. Let's keep the game going. All right. It's time for our final segment. Oh, I'm so excited about this one, buddy. You know, and also I just want you to know, we do this for John Boy and Billy as well. Shout out to John Boy and Billy. That was my favorite radio show growing up as a kid. I used to listen to them on the way to high school.
Way to school.
And now they have graciously allowed me to be a part of their show.
Full circle.
That's right. So every Friday night, Friday morning, this segment ends up on their show as well. So shout out John Boy and Billy. Well, I got a real stinker for you today. Real stinker. A woman. Oh, sorry. Tell us what's about Justin Clyde Williams. Small town news.
We're just small town dudes with small town news, breaking stories of crimes committed you never do. Mind your P's and Q's or they'll cover you. The town may be small, but the news is huge.
All right, buddy. Check this headline out, my friend. A woman had to be rescued after falling into an outhouse toilet trying to retrieve her phone.
Well.
She dropped her phone and a deuce at the same time. This happened in Quilcene, Washington. The woman was at the top of Mount Walker in the Olympic National Forest when she went to the bathroom and was using the throne and her phone when it fell in the toilet. Does this ever happen to you? You ever drop your phone in the toilet?
No, I have not. Not ever dropped my phone in the toilet.
Yeah, you're pretty lucky then.
I always put it. What I do with my phone when I'm using it is I'll put it under my chin, like that right there, and pee.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
You don't put it in your pocket.
If you put it in your pocket and you undo your pants, it weighs you down. Like if you got shorts on, your pants will fall down to your ankles like a little boy. So I always take mine and put it on my chin and pee like that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to try that.
Or under the arm. I'll do under the arm, too. To
secure it. I will leave it in my pocket mostly, but there are times when I'm at home in my bathroom, if I'm peeing, you know. I've got to where I can't even go number 2 without it.
Me either.
That's a wasted.
I have to have
I get mad if it's like, if it's an emergency too, and I'm running to the bathroom and I don't have it, I go like,
you'll go always across the house.
What am I going to do with myself? No, I'm just sit there in misery.
Yeah.
Luckily I have Alexa. Shut up. She talks to me from time to time. But when I'm peeing, I got a little towel rack above the toilet. I just put it right
Set
there.
it right there.
Just watch stuff while I'm peeing.
While you're peeing. You're peeing that long.
Yeah.
Well,
this is why you should have a backup phone, everybody. You know what I'm talking about? Burner phone. Yeah, like a number 2 phone. Well, here's what happened. And I got this straight from the Hickory Daily Records right here. This was out of their newspaper. Well, here's what happened. First, she had to disassemble the toilet seat, which I'm sure she hated because every female hates to raise the damn toilet lid. You know, they hate that stuff. I don't know how she did it. I guess she had tools with her. I don't know. But she disassembled the toilet seat. And then she used dog leashes to try and get at it.
dig around for it.
I don't know, you make a lasso or something? I don't know how she did it with trying to rope a baby cow.
Yeah.
I wonder if she said, "Hey Siri, grab the rope. Save yourself." Little Miss MacGyver down there, like Leonardo DiCaprio. Did you ever see Catch Me If You Can? Remember when he escaped through the toilet in the plane?
Yes.
Yes. This is Catch Me in the Can. Then she used the dog leashes to try and get it. But then when that didn't work, she eventually used the leashes to tie herself off and lowered herself down to reach for it.
Good Lord.
Like Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise style. Meanwhile, the dogs are running off, no leashes. Well, that effort failed, and then she fell into the toilet head first.
Oh, God.
Head first into the head. I hope she had time to shut her mouth. That's horrible. You think waterboarding's bad? Try it with sewage water. We're floating in there. I'd rather drown to death. The woman was by herself, and she tried to get out on her own for about 15 minutes. So she's either a really short person, or this is like one of those big military-style latrines. Not the porta potty one-seater.
Yeah, it's like a well, like a water well.
Yeah, this is like a big one. Yeah. So she fell into that and couldn't get out. But she did find her phone, and she called 911.
On the phone.
Yeah.
While she was in the
Right.
Wow.
911, what's your emergency? Yeah, I'm in some real shit here. Can you smell me now? I can't believe the phone still worked after all that, Don't you have to put it in rice or something?
Yeah, dried out.
Yeah?
Yeah. Or how was she able to even...
Brown rice? Well, the fire department...
Brown rice. I just took...
That's fine. I'll wait for you.
Yeah,
the fire department came, and the first thing they did was light a match. Now, that's not true. That would have blown up because of the methane. They gave her some blocks to stand on so she could actually reach the harness. So that's how, I guess she was shorter. That's how deep it was. I guess they gave her cinder blocks.
Yeah.
I guess that's better than dropping a log. Throw down my squatty potty. Then they pulled her up with the harness through the hole and out of the vault, like Andy Dufresne from Shawshank Redemption.
Yes.
I mean, that's... Or did you ever see Raising Arizona?
I did.
Remember when John Goodman came out of that hole in the ground covered in mud? I bet it looked like that. Either way, it's nasty. Could you imagine, dude?
No, you're not, and she's not anywhere near a shower. She's in the middle of nowhere on a mountaintop.
Right. She's the new Lord of the Flies.
Jeez, I bet she had some.
Well, the fire department, speaking of that, they hosed her down and strongly encouraged her to seek medical attention after being exposed to all the human waste.
Yeah.
I'd be like, turn that thing on me full blast. Throw in some bleach and vinegar and tomato juice while you're at it. How many diseases do you think she got from that? I mean, what diseases would you get? Hepatitis
A, B, C, and D.
All the hepatitis.
Yeah.
Hepatitis E. coli, all of it, man. The whole alphabet. Well, the fire chief said, I've been doing this job for 40 years, and that was the first. And to add insult to injury, the police showed up and wrote her a ticket for not having her dogs on a leash.
Well,
that part I made up. That's a joke, but that would be some shit, wouldn't it? They also found in there Hunter Biden's laptop.
Finally.
Yeah, that's where it was. There you go, everybody.
That's a good one. Stinky.
Quill Scene, Washington. But the
news is huge.
And shout out to the Hickory Daily Records for that amazing story. I'm going to keep going back to them for that.
I saw Hickory Daily Record had a Sue the Debt Collector ad.
I see that.
Is that?
Look at that. Wow. I wonder if he got to him.
That's us, right?
Yeah, that's Hickory Daily Records for y'all, about y'all every now and then. Why did Hank Guest annex his house? Current mayor of Hickory gerrymandering? Oh, wow. What is the Hickory Daily Records doing? That's amazing.
That's, yeah.
I don't know what's happening here.
Hickory Daily
All right, look, I'm going to say it one time, and one time only. A couple of episodes back when I was running for mayor, I told you I'm going to start my own newspaper.
Yeah, and you just did.
This is what it is.
I like it.
Now, I will never, ever, ever own up to this again. This is going to be my National Lampoon of Hickory, my spoof newspaper. and we're gonna make it look like
It looks just like
it's coming straight out of, because I named it Hickory Dickory Records.
See, I didn't catch
with
that.
the S.
So you actually got me.
Thank you.
You did get me.
Right.
Until I saw the Sue the Collector,
Right.
and I started putting things together.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I get it now.
Yeah, there's a guy
But you
who's
got me.
Yeah. Well, that's the idea. So now that you're in on the joke, just let the joke ride. Don't spoil it for other people. Try to trick them. Let's have fun with this. All right. You're a bumpkin. We're all friends here. Don't ruin the joke.
That's hilarious.
All right. All
Good
right.
job.
Very good. Any final thoughts? Let me go around the room. Mark, anything you want to say at the end?
Not at the moment. Not at anything of
Did
interest.
you have a good
I don't
time today?
think. I did. I appreciate you having me out. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
The shirt looks good on you.
Yeah, thank you.
John
Appreciate
Heffern,
it.
appreciate you.
And I got a shirt out of the deal today.
That's right. Mark, have a ball. Any last minute comments?
As for you, you're stuck. 750 stars. So, courtesy of Sue the Collector,
Yeah.
this share stays on.
That's Jared, right?
Jared, yes, sir.
So Jared, also I'm going to have him on Heffern and Reep Monday. So you're all going to get to meet him.
Sue the Collector.
Sue the Collector. So do I do it now? Yeah, I might as well do it now. Look, I said,
Yeah, you
if we
said
get
it.
to 600, I would do the share stare. But we got over 600. How much did we actually get?
750 at my last count.
750. Well, you know what this means? This means next week is going to be 1,000 stars because I don't like doing this. But hopefully, by me doing this, you'll hit the dang share button. So what you're about to see is I put on a share wig. I stare right at the camera. I do the share stare to remind you to share as I sing a share song. Let's get into it. Huh? Here we go. Hey. Do you believe in sharing the love? How? I can feel something on top of my head. It's a dumb wig, it's not enough. Wow. Thank you, Jared. To the Collector, everybody.
Gave them their money's worth. Thank you, John.
Yep, that's it. All right. Elliot.
Yes, sir. Eddie
Final
Weber,
thoughts.
I said, Eddie Weber's girl, Stephanie Hayes, has a birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday.
Happy
to her.
birthday. A lot of people are asking me, too. It's been a while. Are there any funeral arrangements with you and Linda? Is there anything going on that people are asking, where do we send flowers? I haven't heard anything in a minute.
Right. Well, believe it or not, I still don't have the autopsy results. And
Really?
Yes, sir.
I wonder what's taking so long.
Well, they said because of COVID, they have half the staff and double the number of cases. So,
Wow.
And since it's not an emergency, it's not.
Well, I don't want to keep bothering you about it, but
Well, no, I mean,
people
feel free to
want to,
ask.
let keep us informed.
Oh, I certainly will. As soon as I know, you'll know.
Okay. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Good deal. The Alan Jackson, anything you want to add? Oh, there's more Elliot.
Oh, yeah, yes. Well, also, I do know someone who has really good tickets to the Journey concert this Thursday night.
There you go.
9th Row Center, and they're willing to sell them. They're going for like $1,100, but they'll sell them for much cheaper than that. So direct message me if you're interested.
Direct message Elliot
Yes,
if you want Journey tickets for Thursday night.
At the Spectrum Center in Charlotte.
And they're
How
going
many
for
tickets?
1,100.
Two.
But you
Two
can get them
tickets.
for how much?
500 apiece.
Hey, there you go. Half off. Huh? How
More
about
than half
that?
off. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, I had a good time. Rate, review, subscribe, and share. Go to countryish.com. Become a supporter. Tell the world we're trying to grow, and we appreciate all of you for watching and sharing. And for the Alan Jackson, for Elliot the intern, for intern Mark, Sergeant Mark Have a Ball, for Mark Hunt, my name is Jon Reep, and I wish you a bicycle.
Well, life on the farm is kind of laid back, but I wouldn't know that I'm from a cul-de-sac. Don't chew tobacco and I don't smoke crack. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, it's simple kind of life, never did me no harm, but I do know a guy with only one arm. Keep your fancy smartphones and your self-parked cars. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, I got a podcast that'll make you giggle. It ain't number one, it's right in the middle. My town's not big, but it ain't too little. It's time for country-ish. Go on, dude.
Hey everybody, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh wait, are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us many different ways. There's different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level, Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite, and all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support, and thank you.
On everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
Does this show up? Look, that's me clapping. Hit the share button. Thank you once again. Come see the staff, the Country-ish Bumpkin crew, this weekend at the Hickory Expo Center. Are we done? It just went away. At the Hickory Expo Center. Can of business, everybody. Get a t-shirt, get a hat, get a hot sauce.